All right, 90 Days with Jesus, back with part 2 of Mark chapter 6. Jesus walks on the water. Then Jesus told his followers to get in the boat and go to Bethsaida, on the other side of the lake. Jesus said that he would come later. He stayed there to tell the people they could go home. After sending them away, he went into the hills to pray. That night, the boat was in the middle of the lake. Jesus was alone on the land. He saw the followers working hard to row the boat because the wind was blowing against them. At some time between 3 and 6 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came to them, walking on the water. He continued walking until he was almost past the boat. But when his followers saw him walking on the water, they thought he was a ghost and cried out. They all saw him and were terrified. But Jesus spoke to them and said, "Have courage. It is I. Do not be afraid." Then he got into the boat with them, and the wind became calm. The followers were greatly amazed. They had seen Jesus make more bread from the 5 loaves, but they did not understand what it meant. Their minds were closed. When they had crossed the lake, they came to the shore of Gennesaret. They tied the boat there. When they got out of the boat, the people saw Jesus and immediately recognized him. They ran to tell others everywhere in that area that Jesus was there. They brought sick people on mats to every place Jesus went. Jesus went into the towns and cities and farms around that area. And everywhere he went, the people brought the sick to the marketplaces. They begged him to let them just touch the edge of his coat. And all who touched him were healed. So Jesus was still healing people everywhere he went. And he got to really show his followers true miracles. And I think it's okay for us to understand that we're not always perfect, and sometimes we fall short and we don't always believe like we should. His followers were kind of doubting Jesus and they didn't quite understand. But we can always come to Jesus and say, I need to know more. Teach me more. God will continue to teach us. So we just have to ask. So that was Mark 6, the second portion of it, okay? I can't wait to see you for Mark chapter 7.